take a look at another one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at the Toha. I have stuff here for you also, because you can see here also the design of the taxa companion of the Gorgos tag. As you know, the Gorgos appears in the cover of the Toha cover from the art book, and the taxa companion goes with him. Well, this is a naked taxa here. Please hide this.
Yeah.
Whoa. This is the taxa without all the armor plates and helmets that usually carry on. This is a size comparison. Finally, we decided to make the taxa as tall as the Toha. The thing that with that design, we even thought about the possibility of making them have a dog warrior size, sorry, because they look pretty muscled. And what you're seeing here is the Gorgos Squad Dossier. It's like an oversized, super strength Exos with more elements. More difficult to design. You can see some detail here for the sculpture.
Do you know how big the Gorgos will be?
When we print it, we'll know it. The comparison between the
It's going to be tall.
companion.
It's going to be tall and good look. That's what this is.
So Chester did really like the design we sent him, and when trying to get an idea for the cover, the brief explanation that I have in one of my folders was very simple, nothing really exciting. But we, at the same time, were making the scenario for the photos that I showed you before, that was thought as a Toha cemetery. Okay, so with that idea in mind and all the visual support of those monoliths with Toha numbers in it, I tell the story for Chester that maybe some stupid human army is entering a sacred place for the Toha, and the Toha decide to stand in to protect their tombs and their sacred place. And Chester really liked that, and used the Eclipsos, the Kumotile, and the Gorgos, making a pose standing in the middle of a Toha cemetery. So we can see the early sketches here, but we really like this one. For it's pretty detailed for a sketch, it's what obvious that Chester wanted to do this one. Now we are seeing the cleaner line art. He even decided to put the Kumotime like casting and spell something really fantasy-wise, but we can accept that because he's an engineer, and the engineers usually use holograms in Infinity, so that idea was accepted. Rendering of the shadows.
Oh, that's soft. Oh.
I'm back to the first image. Okay. Shall we take a look at this? This was one of the sketches that Paul Seng Hui, a new Chinese artist that we're very happy with because he's very professional and has really good skills, made with the design dossier that we sent him. We asked for Van Sant, this figure here, with foxtrots, with Minutemen, and getting down of a Black Eagle helicopter that is mentioned in the flap on the books. So this was the second sketch. We choose the second sketch, and now we go from detail from here. Now there was a change that we asked from this version to the next one because the flap mentions that Van Sant is so veteran that doctors have pulled out so many bullets from his body that he usually puts all those bullets in his axe. So if we take a look at some later version, You can see the bullets now are added to his axe. All the wounds that he has received now are part of his weapon. First colors. Goes into hashes with all the text. You can see the US Ariana logo below the helicopter.
Is that an assault pistol? That's what I was wondering.
Yes, yes it is.
Yay.
Okay, what's that for you?
Yes, yes.
Ooh, what you see here is the new design for the Datorati with soldiers. New weapons for the Morat troops. Okay, the design with Scott. Okay.
Nice!
I'm glad you like it. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, macaron, but guess what? Now we have which is his color scheme. Well, why is it die? The rating for the Yuchin army. Japanese Korea.
Yes.
But there's something wrong here. We don't have the colors for this guy.
I know. We'll help.
Yeah, we'll help.
Wanna help me with this?
Yes!
So here we go. As you know, the color schemes for the Japanese, usually white, red, minimal colors, everybody has them, but we have to be careful when spreading all those colors to the schemes, okay? The scheme number 3 that I have right next to me here is very similar to the Haramaki-san Senbutai from the Japanese army. Maybe it could be a problem that they look so much alike, okay? But if you like it, vote for it, okay? But remember, when putting the colors in the troops, you also have to care about making them look different, because color counts so much when looking at a miniature, okay? Color number 2, more red in it, okay? Visor gets like a side, more red in the torso, also an inversion on in the shoulder pads, more red in the legs. Number 3, more black and red, okay? More aggressive maybe. Now, I need your help, okay? Do you have a question?
What about 2 with the black helmet?
Good idea.
Because other than that, that's perfect.
Now, I need your votes, okay? So, for scheme number 1, please raise your hands.
I like 2 with the black helmet.
Okay, scheme number 2,
With a black helmet.
with the black helmet. No, with the red helmet.
You can have yours with black helmet.
With the black helmet now.
I've already voted.
Okay, scheme number 3. Okay. Winner, scheme number 2 with the red helmet. Okay. Now I'm going to show you more stuff, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
That's okay.
Prepare your cameras, we're going to love this.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, we will.
Beautiful.
This is the gecko, you already know about this. It's coming in the art book, but the final dossier with the color is not, because we decided to let the color for the final art, not the sketches. But looks cool, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you 3D renders of his big brother, the iguana, okay? What is this? This is not the iguana at all, it's a mannequin, okay? Let's make some transformer sound effect here, okay? That looks much better. And there goes with the pilot. As you can see,
Oh my God.
the iguana operator shares the chest plate. Okay, when it comes out, it carries with him some of the armor parts. Okay.
He's the premier city.
Killed my father.
Maybe that's how he balances it, because it's impossible to like letting your shoulders out something. All parts
And you can see the concept design here. Like it, guys.
Do you know if the geckos will be sold in a box of
That's
two?
a slimy no.
We may try to do that, but we have to study everything about pricing, molds, everything. Because if it gets too expensive, maybe we just release in a box of one. The main idea was a box of two, but we can forget about that. Okay, Iguana gets released in October.
or the one I would have made out of those. This is gonna get from there.
Oh, Drew Sniper.
I love this one.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that redesign. Is he scratching his crotch?
It's maybe a little, but it's still really tiny.
Mine will.
Very nice.
Of course, we consider that for a miniature that has so many presents in the table and is so decisive that can dominate so much the table from a sniper tower, we needed a better miniature.
A better pose.
That is Pam.
So when do my Jamazans get this?
James has already got it, we don't need no skull. More no.
Yeah, there is a discount, $3 million to that.
Nice. No. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. This is completely new, never seen before.
Oh, crap. Chest piece is so much better.
New weapons, ACG, multi-sniper rifle, combi rifle with lightning launcher, lots of things there. New design, new even anatomy base for him, okay? New decisions with the colors about him, more work in the neck. And this was designed also to be made in 3D, and I can show you some 3D previews now. We decided to put the logo there, some lines. We create a code of lines for the rank of the models in the army.
Nice. You get the outputs from the
Yeah, the Kurgat was a very good reference for carry on.
Yeah.
This is the Osnar that will be included in the Morate Starter Pack. As you know, she is the one that can make a party with the Hungries. Now she has the new combi rifle. There was a previously seen version of this design dossier with the old combi rifle. Now that has been updated. Raktorak.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes, you can in the starter pack. Remember the blue lines in the background infantry. This has red lines because he's a sergeant major. Okay, more red in the skin. The more that they have, the higher rank. Okay. You can see it's a mixture of the vanguard infantry and the Sogarat. It's like something in between, getting heavier. This is the Sogarat.
Up at 4 o'clock was the noisy cricket.
I like
Now we get like an Egyptian sword like that.
Thank God I have two.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
The more the aggression for
Yeah. They have a cave troll.
So, three vanguards, all
The red bird monkeys.
I'm a little offended at how they objectified the woman. Showing her bare skin.
Show us your boobs. Any time frame on that aggression box?
by the end of this year.
Nice. Back in the saddle. Yep. Murder monkeys back in the saddle.
Murder monkey.
Yeah. I feel that was yes. 16 bucks.
Well, I guess it's gonna be next year. Does anyone have an offensive hacking device?
Not working. Okay, it's time for questions.
Maybe it could be only form
An hour and stuff is all. So, any questions? Yes.
Do you guys have any plans to do the Janissary, the new design with the HMG? Or-
Yes, that will happen. I cannot give you any exact date, but that will happen.
Okay, great.
I was looking through the artwork and we saw art for Sarah.
Yes, yes.
Any plans on when it might?
Well, we have a little delay with the setup because one sculptor was trying to do it, but we were not happy with the first results. So we are going to, redirect those designs to other sculptors. That was some kind of the reason for the delay. But the thing is making the designs for the whole Stingray series. They are a series. So one sort of gets the setup, the Tikbalang and the Yulang. Yes. Any more questions? Yes.
What can you tell us about how mercenary companies will work in gameplay?
Well, in gameplay, I can tell you nothing because that is not tested yet.
Okay.
The future idea for the coming sectorial armies is that the mercenary companies will not behave like a vanilla faction, okay? Will not be a vanilla faction. There will be the mercenary companies that will be like closed sectorial lists.
Okay.
So those lists were written by Gutier, telling you which units can behave as a mercenary company, like having, you know, Scarface, the Druze, these guys, all together, they are a mercenary company.
Any ideas that you can give us on how the Toha sectorials will work, since they already get fire teams?
Yeah, but I know that there is done
6-man fire team. 9-man fire team.
Flamethrowers hurt them.
I know about the idea of making exalted creatures sectorial, and also the idea of making some kind of, like the Osnat makes with the Hungries, some kind of Toha leader for creatures that were exalted and makes them, you know, the leader of the fire team with those creatures. That will allow us to create more alien races and create more different miniatures for the Toha range. Because, for example, the Chaxa, pretty successful miniatures. We were, you know, very careful with that because a bad design, you know, a bad miniature or a cold impression of them will be negative, but people like them very much. So that allows us to know, okay, if people like the Chaxa, maybe they will like going through that road, making more alien species. Maybe instead of attack, having a huge alien monster from some planet, okay, with a, you know, needle in the head, because the Toha, you know. Okay, I was going to show you the most optimal stuff, and my computer shut down, but keep going. Oh, there. First version of a naked Morad, in order to make the basic body for almost all the Morads, okay? And they went through a process of making it more menacing and even more bigger and even more muscle. Look at the first version, second version. Now it is.
That just
Look at that gun, man.
Maybe you can solve the problem with kittens. Right?
This is leading over to Tony Joe.
He's telling a joke to somebody you just killed.
Because the punchline is bang.
He should have been saying you did this.
Usually you lose interest in a Morat joke after about the fourth body.
That's the joke.
Blow my finger.
There's the one laughing at the joke. And it's the Pano Doctor.
That's true.
Hey, you did that and said it was gonna shine. Let's go. Let's go put the thumb with it.
Doctor. Show the
Yeah, there's no way you can work earlier.
I will be melting down my own Morats to fire at the British, yes. I guess that means I have to travel to Nottingham to deal with, to find that GW. I guess so.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Tell us more.
Okay.
Explain yourself.
Yeah.
Guys, no one
don't post anything, just put this on the forums and nothing else and confuse No, it's really low.
This is the main course for this dinner that we're having now. This is the big announcement. Dire Falls. This is something that is coming right this year. Okay, October and November, new boxes of Infinity Dire Falls will come out. Okay, this is a new kind of product that is coming to Infinity right now. There will be boxes with enemies, with declared enemies. They are characters from Infinity Flash that hate each other. Okay, and they will be both in a box, and there will be a mission. A special mission designed for them that will make them go face to face with an army of that you will select. The requirements are like you have to put this guy and then like 300 points with him in order to achieve the objectives that the mission specifies. Okay, so this is a series of heroes that are new reinforcement for the already existing sectoral armies in Infinity setting. And most of all the Dire Falls are Spec Ops, okay, character Spec Ops that have been already upgraded. You are going to see now most of the concept designs, okay? So, like the idea?
Yeah! You guys are just going to be taking my money.
Yes, that's happening just now.
It is, it's the rocket launcher.
You get it.
Looks like something.
So, this is a male Chandra Spec Op, and he's a character, he has a rocket launcher, his name is Trasimides, he's part of the Steel Phalanx. As you may know, there was already a female Chandra Spec Op, now this is the male version. These were meant also to be apart from characters. Some people might want to have a male Spec Op because the Spec Ops are like your avatar in the game. So this is a kind of a gender bender process in order to fulfill the player's requirements.
They're just tired of being a booty.
What?
Tired of being a booty.
What?
Okay.
Guess I'm playing Space RP.
This is the female Vortex Spec Ops, Lupe Balboa. She has some kind of belt over her shoulder and this is a Panther Power Grenade Combi Rifle, part of the Dire Falls.
So when you play, you're going to be required to scream, "I'm a queen."
How'd you get on
Piece of artwork, they will be together in the box. They are declared enemies. Well, maybe not so enemies. I can say so.
Well, he is just staring at her right now.
She's nomad, he is from a left, his love is impossible, you know.
It's Romeo and Juliet, man.
In fact, their mission is called Temporal Alliance. Okay, moving on.
Stay classy, guys.
Okay. Female version of the Half-Life Spec Ops. This is a Toha character. Her name is Aeli Kisan. And of course, he's from the Toha. Is a female version of the already released Spec Ops miniature. Let's see who is her enemy.
No, gee, look at me.
He's got Spitfires.
Sasvasti Korak Spec Ops main version, because the already released Sasvasti Korak Spec Ops was a female.
That was sweet.
Now let's see if they get along well together.
How does that love work? That's what I want
No, they're not.
At gunpoint?
No love. No problem.
I want my stuff back.
And give me back my white t-shirt. Nice. Yes.
You still have my Toriamos CD.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Female version of the Traitor Spec Ops. This character, her name is Anya, and she has this little thing here. K1 combi rifle. K1 is a new type of ammunition that will come out if everything goes by the book. K1 will mean that the ammunition, if it hits, you make armor roll with no additional armor. You just roll with the 0 armor.
Because not even cover.
I guess cover, yes. Now we have a female people. Her name is
That works.
And we'll think here, she, I guess she is a doctor maybe, and she has more willpower than 12.
Yes.
Nobody's got a better pain on it.
12.5.
She went to med school and it's not Grenada.
As you can see, the female version of the already released male Spec Ops. Indigo Spec Ops.
Spouse will use trauma dot.
And translate the image.
Red monkey, maybe.
Why would they want to kill it? Cat fight.
Going on.
Someone forgot their Hippocratic oath.
Well, no, she's a monkey, so it can't, that's okay. The other one.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. Thank you.
So he's in cosplay right now.
Let me guys introduce you to Constantino, not the character of the Infinity Club, the real man over there. Background gamer. True Infinity fan since the early beginning of the company, of the brand, of everything, always there in the forum answering questions for everyone. So this is a way to pay respect for you, Constantino. As you can see, you have the assault pistol, the combi rifle. Make sure you get a license for those.
Decharges, it works.
Let's see who is his enemy.
Samurai.
Usually the hex level.
Samurai.
Assassin Pusam Spec Ops Gasville, another name from another great fan of Infinity and friend of the company. The guy who made the Infinity Wikipedia, the guy who collaborated so actively in the Infinity Army Builder, and many other stuff. A guy who's also making the FAQ and answering rules questions everywhere. So you and Gasville hate each other.
They're just going to be having a beer at the next one.
They'll be on their computers.
Visual McGregor, Inter Spec Ops for the Caledonian Highlander Army. And she carries a defensive device. Something that the Caledonian really needs.
Brilliant.
Well,
now he's got text.
Female Japanese Giffen Spec called Yuriko Oda.
Well,
Sheets of bags. Hey,
Magic Ew.
They go with the shoes.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay, so this looks nice, right? Do you think that this is enough?
Well, maybe.
BAP is included in the boxes. So we have the hazmat here. This we also included in the boxes because the mission requires some BAPs. So this will be the third figure included in the box.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is us an expert in communications for Hack Islam. It's not a troop, it's a VIP, like cities.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's very
Hey, look,
Yeah.
sci-fi's business party.
It's good for a civilian.
I thought it was magnet.
Communication engineer.
That'd be cool.
Now,
Nice. Cool. The exits are located.
Peanut syrup?
It's fresh.
if we have a Bipandra figure, we have to get a 9.
Yes. Awesome.
So Bipandra can save him from himself. Maybe.
He's also hacking.
Poor Angus.
It's true, he does
Well,
get
that's
drunk.
the equipment are for.
Shouldn't he have an orange hoodie?
I have some 3D produced here of Anya.
Wow.
Walking that floor.
Come here often.
That's not a bad pose.
Even more eyes have bad heels.
It's just sad that the guys can't wear battle heels. It's not very equal.
That's right.
Hey, we can wear them, we just choose not to.
It's an alternative lifestyle.
There's only 19 shoes available in the city. That's
Now, please, people, help me with my job. Okay.
Hair color choice.
Yeah, the problem is the hair color, because they all have the same hair usually.
Okay, VIP figure in the first box, I guess, the hazmat. She's from Hack Islam, okay? But it doesn't have to be military looking, okay? Because it's not a true profile. It will be a VIP. So we put some sun colors here, some similar to the Magrica pilot, for example, some more saturation here, also the hair color, you can suggest also what you decide, and something completely different here in order to find more variety, because we are not restricted by army colors with this one, okay? So, can you help me here? Please raise your hands if you like this color scheme number 1, please. Okay, raise your hands if you like color scheme 2, please.
Oh, I think there is no question. This is interesting.
Okay, finally raise your hands if you like color scheme 3. Winner, number color scheme 3. That's a difficult one, right?
What's from
I would say to me was it better to
Whatever you need. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You're right. It's obviously big. Jump 40 feet in the air.
I got your other thing.
Not impossible exploding from
Okay, I was here just to tell you, you already know the Anaconda Squadron. This is Bayhan Resources. This will probably be the symbol of one mercenary company in the future, probably more related to the Kaplan than the Blues. This is the symbol of the Caliphate, Al-Medinat Caliphate, the Pakistan Sectorial Army, more based into medicine and genetically engineered super soldiers. Okay? This is the logo of the Kazakh Sectorial Army, the other Sectorial Army for Ariana, apart from the American one. This is the Star Company logo, other one of the mercenary companies coming for the future. This is will be the company that will have the Scarface and the Druze and also the Anaconda. You already know about this, US Ariana.
Carlos, do you know what the logo
Yes.
is?
Yeah?
The logo on US Ariadna?
What it says is it says like the golden hour, something related to the brightest moment of the nation.
Okay.
Aurora is relating to planet dawn, and Hora Aurea is like the golden hour.
Cool. Okay, thanks.
This is the Tianjin sectorial for Luqin, the Svalbard theme sectorial army. And we're done with the logos. Now it's time for your question, gentlemen. I don't know what time is it.
1:30.
1:30. Okay, we have lots of minutes here for asking questions. Raise your hands and I'll try to satisfy you.
So with the new mortal enemies, they also available in the army lists?
Yes. Yes, they are new characters, they are reinforcement for the armies.
But they will come also with their own scenario.
Yes. Yes.
In one of the live chats on the internet, I think you mentioned that the Neo-Terrans will be receiving some additional troops to help in missions. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Oh, please don't leave the room, gentlemen.
We have to set the table up for the tournament.
Okay, so come here.
We got the infinity
Don't
table.
reveal
We gotta
anything.
set up.
It's a surprise. Come here, come here.
Sorry, guys.
Make a human
But if you're playing, you'll
wall.
Make a human wall.
There's a blister, it's a blister. Don't show it.
Look at the chair.
It's a tag!
The Indiana police.
Don't reveal anything. Sorry about that. Oily interruption.
Well,
Actually, it was interrupted.
Yes.
The reinforcements for the
Interesting
NCA.
question. Do you know about the already existing wildcats, right? The wildcats were created in order to be able to deliver a corregidor starter pack. Okay, because the alguacils are already in the generic node and the starter pack. So we didn't want it to repeat the alguacils. And at the same time, we wanted to create a fire team for corregidor more focused on missions. So that was when the wildcats were created. We are doing the same with Neoterra. We are giving Neoterra a new fire team with a new troop profile, and those are called the Neoterra bolts. Okay, the troop profile is still on development, but they have something new, a new weapon that is called the drop bear. The drop bear is a device that allows the miniature not to plant a mine next to the base of the miniature. They can use it as the marker and shoot it and plant a mine.
So now I know who I'm shooting first.
Given that a lot of that space opera, there's a lot of space travel that's involved in the world. At any time are we going to see rules that have something to do with like gravity stabilization being kicked out in say like a spaceship scenario, or where like the zero-G special rule is more applied, where in space?
Yeah, we would love to. The thing with the special zones of terrain are being studied right now in testing games. We have come out with some good ideas, but it still needs more development. But that will probably come with the next books for the next year, yes.
Yeah, I know where you get a lot of the names for the human troops, things like that. Where do you guys come up with the names for the aliens? Morat, Toha, Shasvasti, just make it up?
Part of Gutierrez's job. What I can tell you about Gutierrez is that he reads a lot. He reads a lot and gets many cultural references from all over the world, and not also just the name of the things, also how can he write the fluff that is usually coming from a human source and knowing so much about the alien. Sometimes they know the name of the troops comes from what the soldiers at the front decide to call them. So it's difficult.
What are the plans for the dire foes in terms of ITS? Is there any kind of plans to integrate them in with ITS?
I think they will be integrated in the army list. The characters, their new releases, they are nothing special away. They will use and select it like characters, not as Spec Ops. Spec Ops is, the two profile that you can make by your own. But the miniatures of the dire foes can also be used as proxies if you want a female or a male, depending on what you decide.
Will the extra eventually be getting a resculpt? Because I realize that they're probably not going to get a sectoral anytime soon, because I guess they're not that popular. But I think some of it has to do with the models.
Well, the thing with the Ezra is that they're not also unpopular. They're giving lots of production trouble because there are so many pieces. Because when you create a creature that is full of spines, full of different directions in the arms and in the legs, it's very difficult to produce. If you take a look at the pieces of a vector operator or a void operator, they are very difficult to assemble. There are many problems about the extra. That's why they are not receiving so much love from these last years. And then the masterpiece of the Ezra, which is the Cascuda, which is a great miniature sculpted for 3 months by Jose Luis Boix with lots of care about the texture and the surface, was not very profitable at all because it took 3 months of the sculpture. So we are having really production problems with the Ezra. Apart from that, the sales are not going very well to them. So that is what they are so in the limbo right now.
After Kodali, she's the first sub-specialized troop we've seen. Is it any plans to have more generic sub-specialized troops in the sector, in the company?
Yeah, there's another question that you're telling me about.
What?
I don't know what you're telling me about. Yes.
With Kodali, we have the first sub-specialized human troop in the combined army. Are there any plans to have more generic sub-specialized troops in the combined army, like sub-specialized humans or Toha that there are in the background?
I've seen nothing like that yet.
Okay.
The new Eugene sectorial, I have a feeling you're probably going to let us link Shaolin. There will probably be Tiger soldiers included. Is there any more or anything you can tell us about it?
What I can tell you about the Eugene and Guaragana sectorial, by now the army list with those is a very classic Eugene army list with Gilan, Dao Fei, all the white mask heavy infantries and Han Tao, Dao Fei, Gilan, Ghost Wolves, Tiger Soldiers and Fancies and Shaolins also there. So it's a very usual Yuchin army list. But when you're playing sectorial, you can also make fire teams with the Fancies. But that is with the previously seen 2 profiles. There are new 2 profiles coming for that sectorial army that are also interesting options.
For the mercenary companies, are we going to see more specialized troops? So like, right now we just have Druze, which is basically just the one profile. Are we going to see...
Sorry, I lost it.
So right now we have just Druze, one profile, multiple options. Are we going to see more specialist profiles for them? Or are they still going to be all on one profile?
I guess the Druze are going to be all on one profile. I guess the mercenary companies are made by many different troops. I still don't know what is coming for the Star Company, but because I think that will be the Star Company, with the Scarface and the Druze and more stuff to them. And no idea about which remotes where are they getting, or which support pack were they getting.
Okay.
But because we are releasing many mercenaries through the year, the cool thing is that when those mercenary companies are officially released, the miniatures will be already in the store. So people, as we did with him in the Spear, people can have fun again with miniatures that they already have, which is a good idea. Yes.
How far out is a new armored cab resculpt? Squallow.
Yes. Well, it was in this photo. Yes.
Oh, that was the new. That first one.
Like John?
Oh, that's the photo we haven't seen it.
Oh, my son.
That's the Squallow.
That's me. I have a picture. Oh, okay.
I will not buy a small.
I'm sending my own Squallow.
The last remaining Pan-Oceania tag that has the grenade launcher will be the Squallow, and it's getting redesigned by Carlos Torres using the screen, as you can see. And it will share the same basic body with the Hotum and the Dragao, and then have a different pose also, not reusing the pose from the common body of the, it will have a different pose, and a multi-MCG with the grenade launcher that will be, this is the part of the design that Carlos Torres is enjoying most. He's having problems with this shoulder pad, he's creating different shoulder pads. He's trying to put some lines in that part of the design that remembers a shark, that kind of stuff. But the cool thing about this miniature is that will be done very quickly for attack, because the basic body is already done. So that will be cool.
Maybe sometime next year.
Yeah, probably next year, yes.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
Yep. It looks like the available units for Hakazlam, we kind of already divided them up into which sectorials. And it looks like the Khanate, which I know can be a way off, is pretty lean. We talked about it being we got a lot of new ones.
The Khan sectorial army is a motorized theme sectorial army.
Right.
They will have the Kun, which are in bikes, and they will get redesigned and resculpted with new bikes, because nowadays bikes look much more cooler than bikes from 2006. Also, the Halka are mechanized deployment guys, and that goes with the motorized theme, okay? Right. Because they are supposed to carry to the battle in a transport. So that goes with the theme. There are also some unit called Cyback, which is their paratrooper, but instead of a regular soldier with a jetpack, it's more like a flying bike, okay? And yes, there were these crazy testing sessions where we have like units like bikes with super jump. A very usual situation is having prone units in the rooftop of a micro building. I'm prone here, I'm safe, no one will reach me. The flying bikes can reach that position easily. Nice. It's a counter for that kind of maneuver. So the Khan tutorial will have the Hanselkut, the Kun, the Halka, some new units
Yeah, I'll kind of.
with the motor thing also, and something called the Bagatur. That because that army has many regular troops, the Bagatur will be that kind of lieutenant that make everyone regular, something like that.
Right. Do you think that Helga might be linkable?
Yes, we want to do that. Yes, totally. Yes.
There we go.
With the new sectorials, two questions that are related. One, do you have an idea of when we're going to see them? Is it going to be next summer? It's going to be sooner than that? The other question I have is, how are they going to come in a book? Are you going to release them digitally?
No, with a book.
It's going to be a book.
It's going to be a book. Then the name of the project is by now Acron Falls. Maybe we change it, but we were crazy talking about book 3, Human Sphere 2, no, book 3. What? So we said, okay, project name project Acron Falls. Acron, as you know, is the war home where the Combined Army Troops Center. It's like portraying the situation of the Acron barrier, all the measures of the humanity to avoid aliens entering. Those get overpassed by the aliens. We will release it when it's done. We're trying to make faster the books, but it really takes more time than the miniatures because they are delicate. And usually the best ideas come usually at the end of the process.
Right.
Because when the base of the rules is already made, it's the details that make the factions have their own flavor. And it's usually at the end of the phase.
I know Infinity Star, like the early concept stuff, was just like a pen and paper role-playing game. Is there any plan at all to
repeat
for like a pen and paper role-playing game?
What is that?
D&D.
Okay.
Is there any plan to either like do something like a setting book that's just fluff and story build, or actually a role-playing game onto its on its own?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, first is Infinity wasn't designed as a role-playing game. The thing was decided to be made as a war game, but it got rich feedback from early role-playing games of the owners of the company time ago when they created their characters. So Carlota Kowalski or Brando Castro are the characters of the people, but it wasn't a role-playing game. It was some inspirational stories from role-playing games got integrated into the flag of Infinity. The thing about making a role-playing of Infinity is an idea that we want to happen, but it takes time. The whole staff of the company, when they began to talk about role-playing, they never agree at anything.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's something that will be cool, but not really makes sell miniatures.
Yeah.
Because your role-playing is you almost need no miniatures, and this is a miniature company.
I just want to just like more story and fluff behind armies. Because when I build armies, it's because I enjoy the story and whatever they have going in the books, and it's, I strive for more information on them.
Yes, and we like very much the way to hear like fluff. I mean, we usually when we test the text for the books, when we read the books before, everyone, and it's like a very inspiring moment, really.
So last year we asked about plastics, and with the financial growth that you showed earlier, is that still something that's off the table, or is
it's on the table?
Still off the table.
What I can tell you, apart from I like plastic, I don't like plastic, that thing is that while we control production, we will survive through anything. The thing is, if Corvus Belli has a successful miniature, we can make more copies of it. If it starts an unsuccessful product, we just make a few copies of it. If we outsource production to China to make plastics, we will have to make the same amount of miniatures for every product. So the successful ones and the successful ones will create a debt. Okay, and that debt will grow because of the rhythm of the releases that we already have. 15 miniatures in 1 month, 5 products every month. We can keep on with this rhythm and survive if we control production. So it's not a question about plastic, yes, plastic, no, I like it, I don't like it. It's about having a good base for the company and being able to grow.
Excuse me? What about a plastic factory in Spain? controlling that?
Spain now is like a black hole in the air, with everything collapsing, politicians escaping with money, companies falling apart. So I don't trust any Spanish company this year.
Any plans for novels or just pure fiction books?
Yeah, we would love to do that, but right now, company is at 100% of capability. We need more people really in the creative part, because everyone who we have hired in Spain in the last 2 years that were like, I don't know, in 2012, 8 people hired for the company for packaging. But they were all for production company. We really need more creative people and designers and stuff, but that will go with the time. Right now, we doesn't even have space to be in the same building, because this is a company, as I told you, that grows so much so quickly. So suddenly, from 12 people in one building, now there are 25 people in the same building. We have to make new rooms and new space. Okay, this question and then last question, okay, people?
I have a question about
and we go to this.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question about playtesting. I'm wondering, like, how do you guys do your playtesting? Do you have, I imagine you have an in-house group, and I'm wondering how much out of the in-house you do, and how many people are involved, and will you ever expand playtesting to like the workhorse? You know, that kind of thing.
The
plan to playtest with the game.
Yeah, the plan right now is when we have a very basic crude set of rules, we play test it with the usual staff of Corvus or some very friendly gamers that we have in Vigo, like they come abroad and they...
The gamer clubs that you
Yeah,
have?
yeah, there's a gaming club called Esbozos. 2 of their workers, 2 of their members are part of the Corvus Belli staff. And when we need more backup for testing, we can relate to them. And they are good gamers, some of them. But our plans right now is when we have a solid text, because the rules usually are, this rule goes like this. For the dice and okay, I get it. No solid text. The key thing is to make a text that someone comes, reads, understands, and plays the same rule as the other guy who was told how the rule goes. That is the wording thing. That is important. So when we have plans to, when we have a not final, solid wording, but months before the book is published, we will contact some really hardcore gamers, the people that really smash the other guys in tournaments, and sit them on the table, even some, miniatures and salary, for some testing, super intense testing sessions, and also making testing tournaments,
Really?
like, yeah, because more doubts and more feedback gets if you just put the testers in a tournament context. Okay, that makes them...
So how many people are we talking usually?
6 people, the usual normal testing group,
Right.
but then accessing to some hardcore gamers invited, Cortes or Corpus Belli, having them in the studio and trying to get feedback from real beasts from Spain, people from Madrid that are opening all the tournaments, that kind of stuff. All right. Last question, please. No question at all. Your question. Okay.
I said we have the conceptualized, troops that the combined army conceptualized, but you
Yes.
also have. Are there any opposite plans?
Can
for
you add
that?
some more to make it more for you, Jim?
Where, like, the nomads or Aleph would get a hold of somebody from the combined army and pre-program them?
Well, there are plans of and twists on the plot that I cannot reveal very much, but I know that there is idea of an alien mercenary. But that will be a character, one alien mercenary. I don't know which race, I don't know if Morat or Toha or something like that, but just is an idea of a character, and that mercenary will be also available for alien armies. But it's just, I don't know the real twists that Gutierrez has planned, but it was like that. So, this is the end of the seminar, but I have a present for all of you. So you may probably have seen this miniature before, and we are going to give you a copy because it's not yet available anywhere in the world. We're going to give you, each one of you, a copy of the Magariba Guard Pilot.
Thank you very much.